Hey, it's me, Lauren. Okay, so I'm making a little video here to show you how to do the breathing technique that you'll be doing in the breathwork class. And I wanted to explain a little more about what breathwork is if you've never done it before and what to expect in the class. So first of all, breath work is breathing in a different way than you usually do. We're just changing your breathing pattern. And we keep it that way for a prolonged period, about 35 to 40 minutes in the class. You'll be breathing differently. And what that does is it changes the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the body. It kind of deprives the prefrontal cortex of the brain, which is your conscious, logical thinking mind, kind of deprives that of the usual amount of oxygen that it gets. So it allows the subconscious mind or other parts of your mind to open up. And as you probably heard, that the subconscious is where your brain stores past traumas and um, things that might have happened to you in the past that were painful. And so when we kind of open up that part of the mind and continue to breathe through it, then those emotions can be released. Usually they're released with crying. You're allowed to scream if you want. You can moan or tone, just make some noise. It's really healing to make some noise. You can move your body around, kind of shake your arms, shake your hands, whatever you feel like doing that feels good to kind of let the energy flow through you and release. It's very healing. So that's what breath work is. Okay, now remember it, because you're kind of going through healing and changing and growing transformation here, it could be a little bit uncomfortable. So there's a couple things that could happen. Physically, what could happen is, well, at first, you're going to be breathing through your mouth. So the inside of your mouth might feel a bit dry at first. You can pause and take a sip of water. But after the first few minutes, that should go away and you'll just kind of get into a rhythm and get used to it. Sometimes I cough, a couple times in the beginning, but it goes away. Another thing that happens to some people is called tetany. And this is where parts of the body's muscles can tighten up because of the shift in oxygen levels. And it's totally normal, it's totally safe. But often you can experience it in your hands, like your hands can tense up like this shape. They will just relax after you start breathing normally again, or even still as long as you continue breathing. Just keep breathing and it will pass. It's kind of the energy, the stuck energy just being released and healing. And by the end of the class, you'll be able to move everything fine. It's normal. Mentally, you might feel like you want to quit in the beginning. Like you might, this is breath work. It's a little bit of work. So kind of before class, psych yourself up for as if you're going to go for a workout. All it is breathing, but it can be a bit challenging. So if you start to tell yourself, oh, I can't do this, it's too hard, I want to quit, push yourself a little bit to get through, and I'll be there to guide and support you on this journey as well, to just have you keep breathing, breathe through it, because if you do, you'll have just an amazing experience. Yeah, and then the other thing is just emotions, like if you're someone like me, I usually cry through the whole class. I'm a big crier anyway, but some people, nothing happens, and that's okay too. You're still having like a really good hour of just taking care of yourself and resting and restoring and breathing. Deep breathing is always really healthy. So even if you don't have the emotional stuff come up, it's still fine. Sometimes I laugh throughout the class, it's different for everyone, and you're going to experience whatever you're ready to experience. Just whatever is ready to be released is what's going to come up to be released. But I do have a theme for each class, like the playlist will kind of follow a certain theme, and you may relate to that theme or you may not, and you may release other things that come up for you. If you don't like a song, or if don't let it take you out of the breath work though. Just keep focusing on your breath and try to notice what feelings that song is bringing up for you, and just try to release that discomfort. Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to show you how to do the breathing. So this is called a triactive breath because it's a 3-part breath and it's active. So you're going to keep your mouth open the whole time. It helps to put one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. And so you begin by taking a deep breath into your belly. About 80% of the breath will go into your belly, and you should feel your belly rise or expand. And then the rest of your breath that you can take in, about 20% more, goes into your chest. And then you just relax and exhale and let it come out. So it's going to look like this. And that's the slow way. And you can try to follow the pace of the music as best you can, but you don't have to. You can breathe at your own pace. But you can kind of push yourself a little bit. If it's a faster song, you can breathe fast like this. Because I've found that the faster you can do it, you kind of go a bit deeper into the subconscious. And I've had more release happen when I've been breathing faster. So just go at your own pace though, whatever feels good for you. So be sure to come to class prepared, like you have a space, a comfortable, safe space set up where you won't be disturbed, maybe on your bed or a couch where you can lay down completely. Don't have a pillow under your head so you can breathe clearly. And you do want a pillow nearby though. There will be a primal scream song in each of my classes, and I'll tell you when that song is coming so you can get ready and you can, scream into the pillow so you don't scare your neighbors. So have a pillow nearby, a blanket nearby. Sometimes your body temperature will fluctuate. You want to put on or take off the blanket, that's fine. Wear headphones if you can. For me, it's really helpful to kind of hear the music internally. And yeah, a glass of water, tissue, in case you're gonna cry like me, have a lot of tissue nearby. And just make sure you've looked over the list. When you made your appointment, you should have seen a list of the people who breathwork may not be safe for, because you don't want to put stress on a body that's already stressed from, cardiovascular disease, or if they're pregnant or something. So just make sure you're not one of the people on that list. Otherwise, it's totally safe. It's just breathing. It's healing, it's beautiful, and I'm so excited to share this experience with you. I'll see you soon in class. Thank you.